Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We're live and on the air on Inside the Headset. It's Wednesday night, the final show of the 2023 season, and we're going to roll over to Knoxville. Going to talk to the head coach, or the co-head coach of the Knoxville Catholic Fighting Irish, head coach Philip Shadowens. Thank you.
You got it. You got it, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing well. It just took me a minute to get adjusted because I had to think about it, and I had it on my brain, and then I couldn't get it out. But we appreciate you joining us tonight, Coach Shad. And for those of you that don't know, Coach Shad was the very first coach that was a part of Inside the Headset that started in 2009. So many shows have been had with Coach Shad. How you doing?
Doing very, very good, buddy. I appreciate it. We have been doing this for a long time.
We have. Clubs 5-4 overall, and then 1-3 in the region. And you had a close one Friday night, Coach. You were in it right there, and talk a little bit about that game against McCallie, and we were following it, but take it away.
What a game! From a defensive perspective, I thought our kids played as hard and maybe not as good as you can play because you make mistakes every game, but you can't ask for more effort than they gave. McCallie, number one team, whatever, in the state, and some polls the number 10 team in the nation. They play a nationwide schedule, and it was a great atmosphere at Knox Catholic. Very disappointing at the end of the day. Come up a little bit short. 31 to 28 or 27, whatever score was, I can't remember. But anyway, lost by field goal, and they scored one with about a minute and a half. We had about 2 minutes left to go back on top. We busted the coverage there at the end. But great effort by our kids. It was just one of those games that, nobody thought we could probably compete in that one, right? They kind of beat everybody pretty good throughout the year. And our kids, fought tooth and nail and played with just, great energy and great effort. And unfortunately, we just didn't, at the end of the day, they made one more play than we did. But I'm not sure we can ask a lot more from our kids, play any harder than that. We can play, we can still play better. Still wasn't good enough at the end of the day, but certainly great effort by our guys.
And when we talk about McCallie and Ralph Potter, and you and I have known Coach Potter for a long time and coached over at Brentwood Academy, where has he progressed and how did he finite it? Because at Brentwood Academy had a boatload, coach, of talent and never could put that, that screaming offense, on the field that he's done. But here over the past 4 or 5 years has been a threat to win it every year. What changed in his coaching style?
I think a bunch of kids came from Canada. Honestly, I don't know. He's always been a good football coach, even in Brentwood Academy when he struggled. It didn't change the fact that he was a good football coach.
Right.
Right now he's got a lot of really good players, and obviously McCallie is one of the most premier schools in the nation. As far as educationally, and they're a boarding school as well. And them and Baylor both are boarding schools. The only two that we have here in Tennessee that play football anyway. And so they got kids. You look at rosters; they surely got kids from all over the country, and
wow,
from other countries. And we're playing Baylor, and they got a kid from Hungary, one of a really good player, and from all over the country that come in and board there. So that's part of it. I mean, obviously it's about the Jimmies. Jimmies and Joes do make you a better football coach. We all know that. And Ralph, that doesn't take away from Ralph. And as far as that goes, almost everybody in our league. Each team seems to be well coached and well schooled and well prepared. And so, a lot of times, just like in any other level of football, the best players generally, find ways to win. And our roster doesn't look like McCallie's roster as far as all the Power 5 guys that have been offered or whatever. But we still have a lot of really good football players, and we got some. We got some kids we think are going to be Power 5 kids. But Ralph does a great job, with his guys. He always has, and that didn't change Friday night. So. I don't think anybody that went to the ball game would tell you, it doesn't get much more exciting in a high school football game than that. It was a 10-3 halftime score. We got a pick six the first possession. One of our seniors, picked one off and took it to the house where it was 10-10, and then their next play had a linebacker to force a fumble and pick, and we ended up just getting a field goal out of that one and made it 13-10. So and then it went back and forth throughout the rest of the game. But what a great game, and certainly credit to them for finding a way to win, and a credit to our kids for putting up a great performance. And now we get to back that up with, now we're going to Chattanooga to play Baylor, another really great, very, very talented team.
Yeah, and that's what I was getting ready to get to. And when you flip on the film and everything, and Coach McDaniel was talking about how good they are, and about that kid from Hungary and everything. I think he's a linebacker, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a linebacker.
Yeah. It's
and the tailbacks from Canada. A kid committed to Alabama, a receiver that's from, if he's from Florida or from Alabama, some from Georgia. Muschamp kid's a quarterback. Will Muschamp's son is the quarterback there. I'm not sure where Will lives. I guess he's in Athens, Georgia now, since he helps there. So, but they got blue kids. I mean, they also have quite a few kids from Canada. Their tailback was the MVP in Canada last year in high school, and moved to Baylor in April, and was ranked the number 2 college football player or college prospect coming out of Canada. Last year. So, they just got kids. They got kids everywhere that are exceptionally talented, but we have kids that are talented too. We don't really care. We talk to our kids about, we always got to go through a scouting report, obviously on Monday. We talk about all this stuff, about who their best players are, and sometimes we talk about where they're going or where they've been offered from or whatever. But at the end of the day, I usually end up saying, but it really doesn't matter. They're high school kids and they're high school football players, and yes, they have some talent, but so do we. So it doesn't matter. So. At the end of the day, we expect to win regardless of what the roster looks like. We know our kids are good enough to win, so that's what we expect.
Have you enjoyed the season? You seem like you've really enjoyed the Knox Catholic coaching job and working with these kids and the faculty staff and administration and the fans. Seems like a good fit for you, Coach.
Real good fit. Dickie Somparak is our principal, and he had a son who graduated last year from Catholic and playing baseball now, but was a baseball player, and they won a state championship last year. Really talented pitcher, and he's a big athletic guy. Does a great job of running our school, along with a lot of really special people there at the school. We're pretty blessed to have a unique faculty that's very talented. And it's a good place to be. It's great for students to be there, not just for academics, but also all our extracurricular activities. Our sports teams are good and have high expectations, and so it's been a good fit for me. It's been a lot of fun. I certainly enjoy the heck out of playing at that level of competition where week in and week out you got to bring it, you got to prepare your kids, and that's no different than any other level. But it's certainly been a lot of fun to prepare against the teams we're playing right now, and so it's been a challenge, but at the same time it's really been fun, and we already know what our outcome is going to be as far as first round of the playoffs. We know where we're going. We have to go to Briarcrest. We played them in the regular season. They came to us in the regular season. That's where we'll be going. And then, first round playoff game. As long as Knox Catholic has been in this division, they haven't won a playoff game in their history. And I don't know how many years that's been, 5, maybe 4 or 5, I'm not for sure. But as good as Knox Catholic has been and some of the talent, in the past, they haven't won a playoff game at this level, and so we're certainly hoping to be able to go. We play Baylor this week. We're focused on winning that game, but since this is the last show, I thought I'd go ahead and tell you that we know we're going to Memphis Briarcrest round 1 of the playoffs. If you win that, because there's only 4 rounds, of course, in our level,
right,
we'll be in the quarterfinals going to McCallie. We know we'll get to have that rematch. If we can find a way to beat Briarcrest round 1, we go to McCallie in the quarterfinal game, and that's something to look forward to. It's something to be excited about as far as our kids go, and that's been an exciting thought for our kids.
Well, if you can play with them, and you've already played them once, and you're in the thing all the way to the end. You can get back there. We just have to, 31-27. All we got to do is, do what we did that night, and we'll see where the cards fall. And we just have to get the football at the end, and then we'll walk out with the W. So that's what we always looked at it. So, hey, before we get off and before we say our goodbyes and everything, are you building any houses? What are you doing? Are you still swinging a hammer, man? You caulking? What are you doing? You got a fixer-upper?
We built.
You got a fixer-upper?
I got one for sale right now. I need to sell it. It's been on the market for a while, but we built one at a time, and this last one was a pretty big house we built. so it's still on the market. So I still do build one or two a year, and this year I've just built one, and it's a big one, and the market changed on us a little bit, so we're still holding on to it, trying to sell that thing. But yeah, we still do that. We enjoy doing that. I've kind of come up with the layout of the house, and the girls love the design and all that kind of stuff, and they do a good job with that. So that's still fun for our family to do. But it's a lot more fun when they sell.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. The risk is paying the note until you get it done. But it'll be a good day. You'll get rid of it. Coach, can't thank you enough. As always, appreciate you being on Inside the Headset. Good luck Friday night against Baylor. The most important thing is come out alive and healthy, and then safe travels to Briarcrest in the first round of the playoffs. And we'll visit soon, Coach, I'm sure.
Absolutely, Stork. Thank you so much. Appreciate you having us and letting us talk about Knox Catholic football, and appreciate all you do for the game, and you have done for all these years. Appreciate you, brother.
See you. Bye.